limit to every posture. There's a moment when action ends doubt. Like when thousands of children have nothing to eat and there's lorries with food being kept out.
And all they can taste is the sulfur. They're cut off from relief or supply. They're ordered to wait till it's over. Self-defense has become genocide. Now you don't win a war showing pity, but there's some things that shouldn't be planned, like choosing to engineer famine or the bombing of refugee camps.
And you can't fight the tears of the orphaned or the footage that hollows our eyes, when every week brings excuses. Yeah, it's children just burning alive. And it don't mean we're all for jihadis or want terrorists stalking the land. When every aid worker's broken, you just prove you're no better than them. And you don't want the world to see you, 'cause you know that they won't understand the sickening steps being taken while the journalists die or abandon, and the innocent die with the guilty, taken hostage for nothing they've done. Now a doctor's lost 9 of her children, and you crippled her husband and son. And your ministers talk about cleansing as the water pumps dry in the sand. When everything's sacred you've broken, will you tell us that wasn't the plan? Will you tell us that wasn't the plan? Will you tell us that wasn't the plan?
Good evening and welcome back, guys. And once again, my thanks to the Marsh family for allowing me to use that song in my intro. That is the last time that I will make my statement on the world as it is at the moment. And we will go back to the normal intro from Sunday. So thank you for putting up with that, but it's something that I needed to say. Okay, so we have to get on with Ipswich, and they have Europa Conference League quarterfinals coming up. But before that, we've got this big game against Norwich, and I am not going to battle the game anymore. Whatever happens is whatever happens. What I do know about and them, very briefly, I had a look. They control possession. We're going to start with a high press, high line. That's what the fans want as well. When we had the email come in, they're quite happy with the high press. I'm not quite so sure myself. And we also know that the 4-2-3-1 is probably marginally better than the 4-3-3. Against the 4-2-3-1, they're -2 in terms of good chances created, with a 0 for the 4-3-3. So they're not very good against either. There is one player. I got an email that said that there was one player we should be aware of. I can't remember who it was now. All eyes on the Anglican Derby. Where is it? It'll be in where near to I can't find it. Doesn't matter. It could be this one, or just before this one, or just after. Oh no, it's Tresoldi. Niccolo Tresoldi is someone that we need to possibly. I haven't done any research on them. We're just going to play as we play. He wants a Lende instead of Silva. I don't. I really feel like I want to make great big changes to the team today. I don't know. We're going to just do that for now. Now, I had a thought that because they may have a more attacking full-back come wing-back on the right-hand side, that we should focus more down the left. He wants us to focus down the left. We'll bear that in mind. But obviously, we can only bear it in mind to a certain degree. I'm pretty happy with that team overall. I can't see that there's too much wrong with it. I'm just going to have a look at that analysis. There is a problem on that side. And I think probably what I will do is ask Alande to mark the right winger, or probably the right wing back. They're pretty happy though. So let's go and see what happens against Norwich. As I say, I'm just giving control to the game these days. We all know how much these games matter. It won't be easy, but make sure you give it everything. And let's give them a little bit of faith, a little bit of trust. And then let's go back, have a look at this. Tresoldi, tight mark him, fair enough. But what we've got to do is make sure that the ball doesn't get to him. Now, I do believe they're going to play as wingers, but you can never be sure. He needs a hard tackle, that's for sure. We probably need to bring him inside with a hard tackle. Don't know why he does this. We might as well just get stuck in on there. The other winger is Jonathan Rowe. Again, not very strong. I'm not really quite sure what I want to do with him. I don't think we need to do that. We'll just work it out as it goes along. And these midfielders, obviously very, very important as links. And I think he needs to be on his weaker foot. And Sarah probably need to tight mark him. So that's it. Let's go and see what happens. And we do have, after this, we will be back in Europe, which we don't seem to be able to fail at. I'm not expecting to win this. It's Premier League. So, as you know, in the Premier League, we don't do very well. Which is why I was thinking, let's just rotate the team, because it really doesn't matter if I played the Liverpool first team. So I thought, let's just play a reserve team. But here we go, straight away. Norwich are clearly going to be the better team in this, and I have no idea why we can't play in the Premier League and we are still getting battered. It's unusual because normally we are much the better team, so this is quite unusual to be second best at this point in time. Despite having all the possession, which again is something that the fans wanted, they want us to keep up this high tempo. Jonathan Rowe seems to be where they're targeting. And let's have a look, where does he play? Jonathan Rowe. He's down that right-hand side. Now, I did think they were going to be stronger and down that side, so I'm pretty sure I should be targeting down this side, our right hand side. Just keep the ball away from there if we possibly can. I'm going to try that. It's not what my assistant recommended, But I think we need to try to keep it away from the right-hand side. And also thinking about these two midfielders, can we keep the ball on their left foot and make them pass it out to the left? I think there is space on the right-hand side, but I don't think that we are going to be using it. We've come back into the match a little bit, but as usual in the Premier League, we can't find the target, and would be nice if we could get a shot on target, boys, if you don't mind, because playing in the Premier League is like a horrible, horrible headache. But the good news is that the next game is not in the Prem, it's in the Conference League, and I'm pretty sure that we will put up a much better show, as we usually do in the Conference League, and it's all Norwich. I'm totally expecting it. And it's the Premier League. We don't win in the Premier League, so I'm totally expected. Goals given even before the check's over. Hey, Mr. Chinese, is it Chinese or Taiwanese writing? I'm not sure what the name is. But hi, how are you? Good to see you. And good evening, Kusik. How are you? Good to see you. But this is interesting that we are actually, for a change, getting battered. So if we get beaten when we're getting battered, that's not a problem. Usually we are totally dominant in the game, but just can't score. At least this time we deserve to be losing. And I think I was probably right. I should have just picked a team from the car park and just rested these boys for Europe, because they can't play in these games, and shooting has not been good enough. Nothing's been good enough. There's no excusing that kind of performance. I've got to try something different because that's not working. So we'll come off the counter press and we'll go into a mid block. That's it. That's all I can think of, because I haven't seen any of the game, and but I do know hungover. Good for you. But I do know it's not working, so we'll try something else and see if that works. But it's absolutely appalling again, and it's just, there's nothing I can do, Kevin. The game is doing this. I'm absolutely got a brilliant team in Europe and in the cups. I'm going to be in 2 cup finals, I think. But we cannot play in the Premier League. We've tried all sorts of different things. I think the only way I'm going to see this game out with any pride in them is to just go attacking. And this is what I get in the Premier League. So I'm going to go attacking, and we're going to put him on attack. We're going to go for it. What the heck? Everybody is going. I've got enough on attack duties there. We're going to put Winkler as an advanced forward on attack. We're really going for it now. As you can tell, I'm pretty fed up with how this game is playing this out. It just does not make any sense to me. I can't understand why we are absolutely steamrolling everybody in Europe and in the FA Cup, and yet we can't hardly get a point in the Premier League. It's just it doesn't make any sense to me. And like I said earlier, I should have just picked a team from the car park, or just picked the youth team, because they would have lost possibly as well, but at least these boys would get rested for Europe. We ought to get rid of some of them. No, they're just not performing. And that's how it is. And I expected this. Well, you should be. You're just absolute rubbish when you come to league matches. These guys are both coming off then and Kita. We'll swap those over, actually. Not that way, that way. And then Alande. Aribas can come and have a game. You might as well play on attack. I'll play him as a winger on attack. What the heck? And we're going to just go a little bit wider. And Valesco can come on up top. I mean, it's not helped that I haven't had a goalkeeper for 4 weeks. It doesn't exactly help. I think what the game wants me to do is to play this 18-year-old. But I'm not going to give the game what it wants. And Scott's very frustrated, so he might as well come off as well. And we'll see what happens there. There's no way we could have become predictable, Kevin. Hey, George, how are you doing? The season's going awful, although we're going to be in 2 finals, I think. The season's absolutely dreadful. But there's no way they could, because we have been in 3 different formations. We have tried low blocks, we've tried high blocks, high press, we have tried mid blocks, we've tried lower defensive lines, we've tried higher lines. There's no way that they could become familiar with how we're playing. We've only been doing this for a couple of games. But it doesn't matter. This bunch of players, for some reason, will not play in the Premier League. It just doesn't seem to matter. I've become accustomed to the fact that we lose in the Premier League. We've tried using the data hub. We've gone into detail, tried doing nothing. Tried leaving it to the assistant, tried doing all sorts of things, but we can't get results in the Prem, and that is the end of the matter. And so I've just decided, well, let's let the game do what the game wants to do, basically. Silver is very tired, but there's nothing I can do for you. We have not stuck to one tactic. I mean, just recently decided I'm not going to bother fighting. We're staying with one tactic. So it's not a case of they've worked us out. It's just the players, for some reason, can't play in the Premier League, which is why I'm looking forward to Europe, because the game lets us win in Europe. We've been rolling people over in Europe. So I'm looking forward to Real San Sebastian now, which hopefully will be a very nice win. Should be, if the game continues to do what it's been doing all season. The only thing I can think of is that it's a young team and it needs time to play together. That's what the game is saying. And until they've had a couple of years together, then they're not going to be able to play. And we've dropped down a place now. But I've said all along we're going to finish in 12th. I know this game too well. So let's just get the season over. And we will continue to play in this one system. It doesn't matter to me if we get knocked out of all the cups. Do nothing. Because I think we're going to finish in 12th. And we'll try and get to the end of the season. That's a season they've had under their belt. I don't intend to make any transfers. And so let's see how the game deals with that in terms of, is that what you want me to do? Because I can't think that there's anything else I can do. I just don't know what the hell is going on. And it's been like this season after season. And the only thing I can think of is I've made too many transfers. And so now we won't make any. And we'll stick to the same tactic. I've seen guys on forums regularly saying, I've seen in my poll that I did earlier, no, I stick to the same tactic and never change it. Don't use the data hub. Never change my tactic. And it works fine. So we'll try it then. I'm actually thinking of going back to the 4-1-2-1-2, 4-4-2-2, 4-2-1. What is it? 4-1-2-2-1. And in fact, I might do that for the. So we'll get rid of the 3 at the back, and we'll load up the old 4-1-2-2-1. And see what happens with that. And I'm just going to play with that. I know that tactic works. It's something I've used for a long time. And we'll see if that works. And I don't know. We'll change the tactic again for Europe. We'll see how this one goes. Missouri's not going to be very happy. I might have to change that wing back. Although it doesn't matter now, does it? Because we've just signed him. We have had actually some good news in that we have just signed Missouri. So that means for a wing back, we don't have to go into the transfer window, which was what I was worried about. Silva as well. Although I have no intention of playing him in Europe. It's just rubbish. A wonder kid. You're having a laugh. Oh boy, I got 2 wonder kids up top there, and I haven't seen anything of them. I don't think they've scored half a dozen goals between them this season, and I don't know what to do. So we're just going to go with what we go. We got Europe next, which is good news. How come we have to play so quickly on the Saturday? That's not very fair, is it? Looking at the schedule. So we have the Conference League here, and then we have to play on the Saturday. Come on, FM. That's one day in between. Oh, but that's totally out of line. We should be playing on the Sunday. That would never happen in real life, and that's just FM messing me about again. Not even going to bother with that. Hey Joseph, how you doing? Yeah, and it's been winding me up. It's not this season, it was last season as well. The only thing I can think of is that it's to do with the transfer windows. And if you make too many transfers, it's one of these levels that is focused. Like all these things that you go through, they have a difficulty level. So the very first season you load up, when you load FM right at the beginning of the year, it's very easy. So there's probably no difficulty level at all to that, because if you can't win the league in your first season, you're doing something seriously wrong. And the game is designed to entice you in, so it will give you little things as you go along, but then make it much, much harder. And they have levels of difficulty. And I think those levels of difficulty are related to your management experience and not just the save that you are in. Because how many of us actually, every time we load a new save, change the manager profile? Not me. And so all your experience is counted up, not just per save, but all the stuff that you've done since you started playing the game is counted as your experience. So as we've had a lot of good stuff in the first 12 months of the game, it's now deciding, okay, we're really in the really hard levels, and they're a bugger to work out what the game is trying to do. But the only thing I can actually now think of trying to work this out is it's to do with you have to keep the same team together over a period of time. That's the only thing I can think of, having tried everything else. It's the only thing I can think of. And so we'll see if we try and keep this team together, because I don't really need to bring anybody in. and we'll see how they develop. I've allegedly got, I'm going to just go with what he says. I've allegedly got 2 wonder kids up front. Well, they were a wonder kids a year ago. I'm wondering what they are now, classed as. They're probably classed as has-beens now. Be interesting to see. Winkler, is he a wonder kid now? Yeah, he's still a wonder kid. And the other one is Silver. Where is Silver? Has he been left on the bench? As I wouldn't blame him. Where is Silver? There he is. Silver, is he still a wonder kid? Yeah, he's a wonder kid. So, 2 of them, and I don't look for wonder kids. My scouts found them and thought these are good, and they were good value. But they've never turned up at all. Absolutely never turned up. Except in Europe. They're quite good in Europe. So hopefully this will go well. Because it's what's keeping me in a job. It's the cups that are keeping me in a job here. Because if we were out of the FA Cup and out of the Conference Cup, I'd have been sacked, which would probably have been a good thing. Because there's only so much torment you can take. And Morstad, and he came through the youth ranks, and I did believe in him, and he had a super first half of the season. I think he's still our top goal scorer. Yeah, he's still the top goal scorer. And he had an absolute super start to the season. And then he got injured, and he hasn't ever come back from his injury. So he's been stuck on 19 goals since November. And he's just, I don't understand it. And then we got the Silver. Praise recent form. Like, why? You think I'm going to praise any of them after that nonsense? Might be worth looking at Mane. So he probably won't take it very well. Yeah, see, I don't know why I do this, because I'm not going to praise anybody anymore, because every time I do, they do that. So I am going to play more stat, I think. And he's got to score a goal eventually. Winkler is just totally out of form. So I'm going to play more stat. I'm actually going to play Franco in there as well, because I'm wasting my time with these players. So they got to know that they can be replaced. And we need wing backs on the bench. João Gomez probably needs to play, but he's not a DLP, is he, João Gomez? So I might switch those over and bring in Scott as the DLP. Maybe Gren back as the DLP. Nah, Scott will be the better choice. And to be honest, I am getting very, very tired of it. And there's nothing that is unusual about these tactics that I'm playing. There's nothing too profound about them. And it's Diamande needs to come onto the bench as well. Probably does need a rest. The sooner this season is over, the better. And I guess if you're playing at home on your own, you just get through this as fast as possible. But when you're streaming, your emotions are just way out of line. Low block. It's probably the best thing to do, but I really am past the point where the fans want us to play and the board want us to play in a high press. That's what we'll do. They think it's going well. I don't know why. Evening, Cagri. Evening, Joseph. How are you doing? Okay, we'll do that. And he will change his mind. Again, all these hard tackles. I'm actually going to take all these out. I don't think we need to be going, oh, there's something else I want to take out. I don't do that. And our home form's important. Let's go out there, use it. I probably will second half. If we haven't taken the lead second half, I will probably go more positive. But we need to win this home tie. I always think that is South Africa, real San Sebastian. RSA, of course, is South Africa, isn't it? But come on, boys. This is Europe, remember. You score bundles of goals in Europe. What happened there? Somebody was offside, were they? Oh, there you go. It's Europe. And even more stat has scored. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why can't I not get excited about Europe? Yes, yes, yes. I can. Because this is bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. And we've beaten teams with better reputations than us in Europe. And I don't understand this at all. I really don't understand it at all. But it could be that I've switched to the 4-1-2-2-1 now, and it's a brilliant tactic, the 4-1-2-2-1. And maybe the game's got confused again because it's asymmetric. Who knows what's going on? But it's following the same pattern. It's Europe. We win in Europe. And we don't just win in Europe, we win like 4-0. What did the last round we won? 4-0 and 5-1. It's like, this is bizarre. And then we went and lost in the Premier League in between. Go on, Sam. It's gone in. It's 2-0. Are we going to have a 5-0 again, are we? This is brilliant because you always have an overload on this side. This the crazy overloads. It's always 2-on-1 here. I know, Cagri, it's... Oh, this one, Cagri, this 4-1-2-2-1 is awesome. I've been using it since I started messing with it in FM22, the back end of FM22. I just found in FM22, you couldn't lose with it. Because if we see some highlights, you might see that there's always a 2-on-1 on this side of the pitch. Oh, well, that was a good choice for me, wasn't it? Let's get... I got Gren back who can play there. Scott can move up, but I need a good DLP. The key to this is to have a good DLP. I don't think I've got a brilliant DLP, but Scott is a good DLP. Grenbach can play there. But I think probably Grenbach can come in here. Probably best used there. Yeah. It looks like a bad one as well, is it? Knee injury. So if we get a highlight, you'll see with this 4-1-2-2-1, I mean, you guys who followed me for a long time, you've seen how this 4-1-2-2-1 works. and the overloads that it does create on the right hand side. And if you get the team playing perfectly with it, then what happens is everything seems to start on the left, and then it will come into your DLP. And as a support role of the DLP, he's quite high up the pitch. And so it only takes one pass from him out to the right, and we're in again. And it's quite unique in terms of how it creates that overload, because you have a supporting wing back, you have a winger, and you have an attacking midfielder all in this area of the pitch, and it creates this brilliant, like, 2, sometimes 3-on-1 at the edge of the penalty area there. And looks like Real San Sebastian have actually been the better team, which makes this game even more curious. This save becomes even more curious. We're actually not doing very well at keeping them out, because they are getting opportunities to shoot on goal, but I think they've just made a couple of dreadful errors at the back and been punished. Go on, take him out. And now we've got punished because, who was that? That was Finkgraf decided I'm not playing. Oh, tell you, had 3 or 4 chances to go for him. 1, 2, 3. Had 3 chances to tackle him, and he just, I'm not bothered. Oh boy, I love Football Manager. Not really. Hey Harry, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Oh, is it going to be 2-2 before half time? Yep. Oh, so this is not over. I'm going to have to play attacking football here, aren't I? This is like, I don't know what's wrong with them. So maybe the 4-1-2-2-1 was not the answer to our prayers. It's just that they just can't play football at the moment. And I don't know, I might have to put the youth team in for the rest of the season. Far from pleased. He's like, far from pleased. So we're going to go. Actually, he did say a low block, didn't he? So let's go into a low block then. And we'll go positive. And see if my assistant was right. And if he was right and we come out and win this, then we'll play the low block in the Premier League as well. And the fans can just go stuff themselves, because I've been playing what they want and what they think is working for the last, I don't know, 10 games. And what they see and I see are totally different things. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. We're still going to win this. It's not going to knock me out in the quarterfinal. It's not done yet. Although if it does, I'll be very happy. I will not be unhappy if I get knocked out. Apart from the fact we don't deserve to be here. He's injured as well. As João Gomez is gone. And I'm going to get short. I know, let's play Badgertich. So Scott can come up here. Badgertich can play as the DLP. And Grenbach is a piece of rubbish. See? Goalkeeper again. Just injure all my goalkeepers. I've got to put this bloke in who we've been trying to sell for a long time, and then that's what happens, I suppose. Valesco. Silva can't play there. Winkler can't play there. Let's switch it back. See how that works. So Velasco can come off. And Silver can come on there. Let's put my 2 Wonder Kids on, shall we? See how they get on. Let's play him as an advance forward. And no, actually, I don't need to put Badgertich there. We can put Makengo there. Any of my centre-backs playing badly? Atom was a good player. He's not a very good player now. He's just suddenly become a very bad player. He was my great hope coming through the youth system. But now he's forgotten how to play football. He's become a very poor player. Very poor. But we are going to keep with this squad. We are not changing anyone unless we have to. If somebody wants to go, I'm not going to make him stay. But we're not letting them all go. Oh, God. Got another injury then. Fantastic. Yep. Oh, we're going to go attacking. Yeah, plenty of attacking options there. So I just don't know what is wrong with this. As I said, tried everything. And once you've tried everything and nothing seems to work, and you just give up. And you just decide, okay, let the game do what the game wants to do. Because, I mean, I'm still confident we will win this, even though we have to go away and win it. I'm still very confident we will win it. But I don't know how to get points in the Premier League. I just don't know. Yeah, another ticking off coming for them. What was that performance? You're dreadful. And they get that week in, week out. When are you going to learn to play football? What do you bother? Why don't you go and work in a shop? You're much better suited to it. They get that week in, week out. Gone are the halcyon days of the journeyman save that I did, where everything we touched turned to gold. Everything. 30 trophies in 10 seasons. And that's why I think that your... God, see, you can't put it in from there. That's why I think that your level of difficulty is linked to your manager profile. And therefore, if you want to start from scratch, you have to change your profile for a new save. Because otherwise, like, the 30 trophies in 10 seasons is now counting against me. Because the levels have got harder. And that's got to a level where I just have no idea, absolutely no idea what is going on. I'm going to say you should have won it. You were dreadful. And no good sitting there when you've got a 6.3 sulking because you got told off. 2-0 up and you let it go. Oh, 5 to 6 weeks. That's brilliant. 9 to 12 days. Oh, for goodness sake. So he's not available. 3 players gone. Who missed the FA Cup semi-final as well. Right, the 4-1-2-2-1 is gone then. Let's go back to... Let's try the 4-3-3 again. Oh no, we'll try and keep them in some sort of shape. I'm going to give up on this movement. That doesn't work. So we're just going to play as an advanced forward. We'll have attack in mid. Nothing too heavy. We're going to put the Volante on support. Actually, I'm going to play... Nah. We'll put the Volante on support. A ball winner on defend. We will have a wing back on support. I have to keep that because I promised him he can play as that one, but he's out now anyway. So we will... Yeah, we'll try the inverted wing back stuff again. So actually he can push up if we got the inverted wing back coming in. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do. He's injured. Joe Gomez is injured. Really struggling there. Scott is going to have to play there. And I am going to try Badgertich. He's in the team because he's a late developer. He's in the squad because he develops at 27 years old. I found that out. Kita actually needs to play. Probably Dominguez, but I don't trust any of them. It's really sad to say when you don't trust your players. Arribas is going to play instead of Allende because I think I've just about given up on him. That was a poor signing. I brought him in because he was supposed to be gifted at free kicks. I think we might have scored twice from free kicks this season. Complete waste of time. Wow, this team is totally knackered. Where are we? Still Thursday. Can I give them a day off? Friday. I'm going to give them a day off. And if I find then I haven't got a team, then too bad. I don't want the shift key. Because they can't take the pitch in this state. And the opposition can, but we can't. You often see the opposition coming onto the pitch in this state and then beating you 2-0. But if I tried it, oh my God. So we've rested them for a day, haven't we? Hopefully they'll be available for Chelsea. And it doesn't matter if they are or not. It's a Premier League game. But I'll use his team just simply because I can't be bothered. Because it doesn't matter who I pick. So let's try what he's got to do. This is like one of those strange games, though, that we've had in the past where we're totally written off. And somehow we manage to get a result. It's kind of like one of those games. I want them to train doing that. They are sometimes able to keep possession. It would be a little bit more disciplined now. Oh, who's that injured again? Dominguez is injured. When did he get injured? Oh, well, that's a bit of a worry. It's really struggling here. So Scott will have to play as a deep line playmaker. How do you just like go? Can I go here and just like pick reserve team or pick youth team? What sort of a bench has he done there? I suppose he's done his best because we don't have I mean, I don't have anyone. Grenbach is probably better than Gomez. Morstadt is probably better than Cummings Bart. But defensively, I'm up the swats it without a paddle. You got Kinnear on who can play right back, but I don't have a left back. What a mess. Atom can play left back. And centre back. Oh, let's just get on with it. Oh, there he is. 2 to 5 months. That's how many injuries? 4 injuries in 2 days. Oh, relentless, aren't you? Relentless. Just a quick look at how they're going to play. I think I probably need to drop the line a little bit. And what else? Not that it matters, but we'll have a look anyway. +6, +2. Same players all the time are training well. That was a lucky draw. Yeah, it was a lucky draw, to be fair. Everything I do at the moment is based on luck. I can't be bothered. Telling them off doesn't help because they just sulk. And yeah, the dynamics is, I would say, fairly good. Managerial support, very good. The club atmosphere is average, but it's going to be because it's like form in the league is dreadful, but their team cohesion's really good apparently. Although I'm not seeing it, but hey ho. Silver is capable of overhead kicks. Oh, good. I'd like to see a few in-game, if you don't mind. But it's interesting that I'm talking about this save in terms of one of the difficulty levels. And I actually decided the other day after I'd blown my top on stream that I would just start a save and play one for myself. And I'd like got 3 or 4 games in when I actually hit the roof again. And it was because, like, right from the get-go, the save was making it about as difficult as it could make it. And results on the pitch didn't make any sense. We hadn't won a single game. Nothing made sense. I'm prepared to go with that. Okay, we'll do what the assistant says this time. He didn't tell me not to play with a low block, so if we have to make subs, I've got absolutely no idea, because I don't think we've got subs on the bench that can play in every position. Definitely haven't got a left back. I think the only right back that I've got is a half a star player. Oh, I keep telling them that, but they don't listen. So sit back and watch us get blown away again. I nearly clicked Storm Out then. Has anybody ever actually clicked on Storm Out? I've never done it. I'll have to try it one day. But I suppose you'd have to do it after a question you didn't like. So I'm going to have to try it one day, see what happens. I can remember back in, I think it was FM 21, FM, maybe even 22, before I started YouTube. I used to, type stuff in, because you used to be able to write in your own answer to press questions. And they'd ask me, why is your form so bad? And I'd type in, well, don't ask me, it's the fucking computer game's fault. And then I'd get in an email that I'd brought the team and the club into disrepute in the press conference. And then I got fined. So I remember playing with that back in the day. That was quite funny. I don't think you can do it now. I don't think it does it now. But that was quite funny back in the day. You could type your own swear words in there. Oh, there we go. Getting a tanking against Chelsea is always good fun. I mean, it's probably, if I'd had any interest in what was going on, I'd have probably gone into a 4-3-3 against Chelsea. But they are playing this 3 at the back, with the 2 midfielders in front. And I don't think I've ever scored a goal against a team who plays like that. I'm so bad at playing against that it just defies belief. I think that one of the things that I need to do is, I think I nearly worked it out. If I get so if they mark, sometimes that seems to influence the game. So if have I got another injury? I have as well. I've got Keita gone now. Oh, for crying out loud. 5 injuries in 3 days. I don't know what this game is doing. It's sometimes those things were good fun. Up the Town Blue Army. Hi, Jem. How are you doing? It's not going very well, though. Although we are very, very good at losing at the moment. I've got to the point where I simply have given up. And that sums up Ipswich. How do you miss that? How did he miss that? And that pretty much just sums us up. Oh, you can still do it, can you, Pat? I didn't know that. I thought they'd taken that out. But do you actually get that email that says that you brought the club into disrepute you used profanity, I think it said, in the press conference, and you get told off by the board? Okay, if I tell them that then, if I tell them that means I've got to tell them to shoot. So you're going to have a shot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put a team together very soon, because I don't think I've got many midfielders left. I'm going to have to play Badgertich in the next game. And he doesn't know whether he's a central defender or a midfielder. So I think I'm going to have to play Badgertich, because I think my midfield is gone now. They're all injured. Unless I've got one coming back, have I? Yeah, I think they're all injured. I'll have to play Gren back, but I'm gonna need him to play up top. I have absolutely no idea. The reporter does mention the use of expletives. It is quite funny when I used to do that before YouTube. I think possibly I used to do it a lot in 21. Oh God, another defeat. See, that's why I need Gren back. I need somebody who can play, although Morstart can play there. He doesn't like it. But I'm playing them all over the place. I've got my goalkeeper back anyway, but he's having a shit game. Allende can play as the DM, but he's not an anchor. Makengo might have to play for a few games for the whole game, and then Winkler, of course, is bound to be playing really badly. Get up there and score goals. Actually don't know. I'll just leave it at that for the moment. Change them all next time. But it does look like I'll have to be playing players out of position. I mean, Chelsea, I'm totally blown us away. It's always 1-0 or 2-0 maximum. We should have absolutely got slammed here. Oh, this is the second goal then, is it? No. Oh, well, that was a strange highlight. That was a really strange highlight. I couldn't actually tell you what actually happened. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to do that, because that means I can't make any more subs. Is it too late? I think so. This Aribas can come on. No, it's not too late. And I think I am going to give Badgertich a game. He can't do any worse. I can't do anything with the defence because I don't have any wing backs on the sidelines. Well, let's go positive. Push the lines up. See what happens. I'm still pretty confident that we'll beat Real San Sebastian. It's the Premier League that we can't win anything. I just like telling them off every single game in the Premier League. But the game just keeps us there. It's just mad. And I feel sorry for these teams below me, because while I'm there, they're not allowed to win either. And I feel sorry for them, because the game is just keeping me there. 2 to 3 months. So my first team has gone. Oh, this is troublesome. So Missouri's gone for another couple of weeks. Dominguez has gone for 3 months. Mastueno is gone for 2 months. João Gomez is still out, but returning. Who just got injured? Marin is unavailable. Fitness concerns, needs a rest. Who cares? Do what you like. It's just a computer game. So they can all have a rest. He can have a rest. So I've got to remember, when I do my next save, I'm not allowed to rest him, am I? When I do my next save, is I need to change my manager profile. And then for the first couple of seasons, it'll give me an easy run and I'll feel a lot better. Because I'm absolutely convinced that's what it's about. And the more, because also it's because also we have played this game for almost 2 years now. So it's building up a lot of experience. Whereas normally we're into the next game by this stage. And we're like 4 or 5 months into 9 months into the old game, which would have been the new game. So you'd be getting to the point now where it's getting a little bit harder, but then we'd be looking forward to November where it all restarts again. We've been playing this game for about 20 months now and have built up a ton of experience. And so the levels, if they are based on your experience, are just getting through the roof now. To the point where they are the levels that... Did we have a row? I don't remember that. But I don't remember being asked for more first team football or refusing him to give him any. But he can go. I'm going to lose some players, I know. Because you're never allowed to keep a squad. Which is another thing that I don't like. The good news for me is that we're playing so badly, nobody's going to really want to buy my players. So that, in a sense, is good news. I think I'll stay in the low block. Contrary to what the fans think, I don't think that the low block is the high press is working. We'll take those off and just counterattack. This has become an interesting game. Is the game going to follow the pattern? Because I did say a while back that we would lose in the semi-final or the final of the Conference League. It was a poor result in the first leg, and we really played well for 10 minutes and then quit. So, are we going to do it? I don't know. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet anything on this team. That's for sure. I'm going to go with what he says. Whatever Mr. Assistant wants. Because he can't do any worse than me. Oh! I think that's the last of my wing backs, isn't it? Oh, that's a goalkeeper. Of course, I always have injured goalkeepers. I thought that was the last of my wing backs then. So I don't have a goalkeeper. That's fine. I'm used to that. That's like 7 injuries in 6 days. Badgetic considered he hasn't played. He has hardly played. What is this game doing? Has he started to develop, I wonder? He is a late developer. How old is he now? 23. It's a bit early. Is he starting to develop, I wonder? He's got, like, when he was playing for Newcastle, he became an exceptional player when he was 27. And it was then that the game informed me he was a late developer. So João Gomez could come into the team. It's just as well he's there. But he's not playing as a DLP. We'll play an anchor. We just can't keep playing this badly. The game doesn't do that. At some point, it just gives you a result just for the hell of it. We were playing at a higher tempo, weren't we? Slightly higher tempo, not a higher tempo then. Yeah, that's because you injured my goalkeeper, SI, so I don't have a goalkeeper on the bench, remember? I didn't do it, you did. So don't complain to me that I've only got... Oh, see, there's something wrong with this as well. We can't do this. Because that means we're just giving away free kick after free kick after free kick. I don't want this system either. It's reverted it back. I just want it to be simple. What I want to actually say to them is, I don't care if you lose. Upset them. You're so bad, boys, that it actually doesn't matter if you lose. The fans think that you are dreadful. And it doesn't matter. And then they'd get so upset by that, they'd go out and spank them. I still keep thinking South Africa for RSA. Maybe we are going out in the quarterfinal then, because we're not winning this either, are we? Yeah, it's too easy. Okay, we won't stay in the low block then, because we're just going to give the game away. That's it. That's the last change I'm making. Maybe we are going out in the quarterfinals, which is very good news for me. Because that means the season can end. Lose against Forest in the Cup semi-final. That would be cool. And then we just got about 5 games left to manoeuvre, and that's it. End of season. And hopefully then the board will say, no, it's been a terrible season, you're sacked. And I'll say, thank God for that, because it will only get worse, this save. We've had all the possession, all of it. And we've pushed them back. But we've not created one highlight. Oh, God, I'm in pain. Have you got the players for a 4-3-3? Yeah, we've been playing earlier, Pat, in a 4-3-3 with a DLP. Yep, we've played with a DLP. I've played with an advanced playmaker in the 4-3-3 as well. I've just about done everything. I've exhausted everything. And it's become... It's just one of those saves. So I just want to get to the end of the season. And if I was playing by myself, I'd probably just go on holiday to the end of the season and then just start again. Because I don't know if the game's sitting there and having a laugh. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I just play with freedom. I was like, I've given up. So we'll be more expressive then. If you're going to play with freedom, we'll be more expressive. Because I really just don't care. There are some points in this game where you just don't care. And I stopped caring a long time ago on this save. Because for 3 seasons, it's season 5 now, for 3 seasons, we were having a lot of success. And then suddenly, it all fell apart. And we couldn't do anything after that. And it's just been like that for 2 seasons now. And I think we won the FA Cup in our first season in the Prem. Then we went to the semi-final in our 3rd season. We got to the semi-final of the Europa League. We were just like having tremendous amounts of success. And then season 4, it just, well, I don't know, they couldn't play football anymore. Season 4 was when I signed those 2 wonder kids. Or was that the beginning of season 5? I can't remember now. Maybe they've only been with me for 1 season. But we're going out here. Never a good thing, but it's all over now. Let's go attacking. This is just the most appalling thing that I've ever had to sit through, to be fair. And it's not like they are bad players. They are good players. And it's not like it's a small squad. It is a 25, 26, 27-man squad. It's not like they're a small squad. It's not like they're not being rotated and tired. It's not like they're not good players. They are allegedly very good players. I have players like Maston Tueno, who is the worst player, worst footballer I think I've ever seen in my life. In this save, but I've been was in a forum the other day, and there was a post that was saying, how do I get to sign him? I really want to sign him, but I can't seem to ever afford him. And we picked him up for like 6 million, I think. And everybody I know in forums is dying to sign him, and they can't. And I'd actually give him away to them if I could. I would actually give him away. Because he's supposed to be a really good footballer in real life. He's like the worst thing I've ever seen. They all are. And Silva, this guy, I don't think he's ever had a good game. He's a wonder kid, and I don't think he's ever had a good game. At one point, I just couldn't play him. He was just so bad, I couldn't play him. He's, well, he's come off, has he? Oh, yeah, I just took, because he's on a 6.3. I'm going to have to play Gren back on the right wing. I don't have a right winger. See, Scott, he's like allegedly the best player in the team. I haven't seen him all season. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. All of them. They're all allegedly. João Gomez. Look, he's one of the best players. Meslier, one of the best players in the team. He has an average rating of about 6.4, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's wrong with them. I've absolutely no idea. But we ain't winning this now. So my prediction at the start, losing in the semi-final, was wrong. So it's the quarter-final. But it's, I mean, not even the game is going to let me win in this. It can't do it. It's because we're so bad, it can't allow it. Yeah, I think I might just take all the instructions off. I just have no idea what to do. We won't do any opposition instructions. We just take them all off. Having told them, though, to go and play with more freedom, I do have to have that be more expressive button on. Oh, we've got another injury, have we? Oh, that's... We were due an injury. We haven't had an injury for ages. Now I have to go to the 4-3-3 because I haven't got an attack in mid anymore. Yeah, that's both my attack in mid's gone. This is this save. So I've got to go to the 4-3-3 now. If I've got enough. I don't even know who he is. I can't play him. Badgetic can come in there. I've got no choice but to go into this. I don't have a midfielder who can come on for you boys, so you're going to have to get on with it. But Finkgraf can come on for Timon. The Timon's playing quite well. It's a right back I need. But I don't have one. I have no idea who he is. Let's try him. What we got to lose? Can't do any worse. Hey Darren, how you doing? Actually, I've had a couple of worst footballers in FM, Pat. I've had... Sean Longstaff will haunt me for the rest of my life. The worst footballer I've ever seen in FM. This lot are just collectively the worst team I've ever seen. They were looking so good for 3 seasons, and then they've just suddenly fallen apart. And as I've said to you guys, there's nothing I can do. I've tried just about everything. And I'm totally out of control here, so that's why I've decided let the game do what it wants. The game has a plan, it always does, and that's why if you go on holiday, it will end the season for you. So there is a plan, so let the game play out its plan. I'm sure it'll one day be nice to me, and at least we're out of Europe. That's good news. So we can just get the season over. Yep, another bollocking. That's all they get. Well, I think we've lost all our games so far, have we, today? Don't think we've had a win, have we? Yeah, we've lost everything so far. Let's play one more, see if we can. 3 months. They're not short injuries either. So I don't have a choice now. I'm not going to criticize him. We'll try it this way. I've got every faith in you. We'll try it that way. He's just going to get upset if I criticise him. They always do. Yep, I know everybody is missing the semi-final. You're missing the point, fam. Everybody is missing the semi-final. I don't know what to do. Come on. Every day I'm getting somebody is going to miss the semi-final. It indicates that this is supposed to happen. That's what it indicates, Cagri. This is supposed to happen. And you have to just deal with this. And if I am right, and it's about getting a team to play together, this is a brand new team this season. I thought they might have started playing together by now. But you don't know. By Christmas next year, they might suddenly be able to play together. I can't do the 4-1, 4-3-3 now. 4-2-1-3 now because I don't have an attack in mid. I think I might have got my wing backs back though, have I? Not yet. 3 days. Right, I don't know what to do. I don't want 2 ball winners. I do want 1. And I do want a centre mid, just for lack of ideas. So João Gomez will probably need to come back and play here. I haven't got anybody. I can't play Gren back down there. It's 1, 2, 3. My 3 DMs are all injured. One, two. My 2 attacking mids are injured. I don't have any anymore. I'm gonna have to play Badgetic. He can play as a ball winner. He's one of the players who hasn't really let me down, Badgetic. I mean, for the first half of the season, I had to play him as a central defender because I didn't have a central defender. I only had 1 central defender. I'm like, no, FM, stop doing this. This is silly. But Badgetic actually popped in there and did a decent job for me. Atom. I want Atom in the team. And I can probably play Mane as the wing back. So let's play him as an inverted fullback. He likes that. And then we'll do wing back on attack. Let's switch those over. It should be fairly narrow. Right, that's what I've got. I don't know who I've got on the bench, though. I do have a goalkeeper back. Oh, the bench is looking a bit thin, isn't it? There's no midfielder on the bench. So, whoever that is, you're probably going to get a game, mate. whoever you are, I mean, you can't be any worse than the players who are playing at the moment. So it does look to me like you're going to get a game. It's nothing to do with us. The race for the extra European spot is nothing to do with Ipswich. At some point, Calgary, it's, hey Darren, how you doing? At some point, Calgary, the game has to turn around. Otherwise, the game is designed that way. It's going to make life horrible for me at times, but it will not make life horrible for me all the time. Otherwise, I will just quit and I'll never buy it again. So at some point, it's going to turn things around. It's just doing this because it's a level. And you have to go through this. You have to survive, basically. You're kind of like just holding on to your job here. And I think this probably would be a sacking season. And I think we've done well to avoid being sacked. So that's the kind of position that we're at. That it was a high possibility, and there still is, that we could get sacked. So this is kind of where the level that we're at. And the thing is, you got to survive this. So we passed that, even though we're out. Finishing mid-table, they're still satisfied. The team's poor form could see us slide down the table, but they're satisfied. They're pleased with the cup performance, and we've passed the EFL. So overall, things are good. I think we've done well to avoid relegation, to be fair. I think we were allegedly predicted to finish. Yeah, that's where we were predicted to finish, in 12th. We're nowhere near that, and not likely to probably be above 14th now. But it's not far from 12th. I don't even know who he is. Why are you... He's got good pace, though. Can't cross the ball. Can't finish. So I guess if he can't cross and he's got no dribbling... But I'm going to play Mane. So this is a sort of fixture that we can go and give people an opportunity to feature. It's the cup semi-final, you tart. Of course it will, Calgary. It's just at this moment in time, it's just annoying. And if, again, I'll say it again, if I was playing this on my own, in my room by myself, I'd just probably click go on holiday, get to the end of the season, and then we would start from the transfer window again. Nothing wrong with doing that. I don't have to subject myself to torture. There's no law that says I have to subject myself to torture. I just go on holiday and the game can do what it bloody likes. And then I'll come back when it's finished and we start again. So, and at some point it will just reverse everything. So that's the way it is. Unfortunately, because I have to play it, I'm kind of like stuck with it. And it's a bit painful to go through. But I'll survive, I guess. I don't like this team, really. Harry Bass is... he wants to play Harry Bass as a ball winner. Are you out of your mind? I think he could probably play. I mean, he's been underplayed. He could probably play as the centre mid. And probably, nah, he's a winger. He's not. I do need to, find a midfielder from somewhere. Marin and me have fallen out. He's gone. There's pretty much... Makengo is extremely tired. what a nightmare. I'm going to think I might have to play Marin. He's not a ball winner. He's not much of anything, really. Which is why I've kind of like given up on him. But I don't have anyone else. I can't play him. He's going to play like a donkey. It's not going to be a spectacle. You've injured my entire team. It's not a spectacle. Like, you have given me zero chance. I don't have attacking midfielders. I've got no midfielders apart from 3. That's it. If they get tired or one gets injured, I'm screwed. Unless I go into the car park and I pick up a few people from the car park, of course. So I don't know how to play against this lot. Do I play with a high press? Do I play low block? I mean, I've absolutely no idea. I'm going to continue with the high press. Counter-attack, counter-press. I know there's a lot of instructions here, but what do you do? There's not many instructions now. It's fairly straightforward. We don't need to step up more now either, so there's not many instructions. I wonder who's going to get injured today. I have to open a book. Who's going to get injured? It hasn't started on my strikers yet, because I've still got 3 strikers, but they're being left alone. Yeah, now he wants me to play in a low block. I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. If I say low block, he says go high press. If I put them in a high press, he says go low block. Ah. Oh, what a silly thing for this game to be doing. But I don't mind. I really don't mind. I do not want to be in the cup final playing against Arsenal or Manchester City. I really don't want to be. So I really don't mind whichever way it goes. I'd rather just lose this, and then we've only got about 5 games to go then for the end of the season. Might even just go on holiday after that. Come back after the transfer window. Oh boy. So yeah, at some point I got to make a decision, because every time I make a decision we'll go into a high press. How it turns out is my assistant was right with the low block, and if I do the low block, how it turns out is my assistant was right with the high press. Oh, we've scored a goal, have we? It's not the first one we've scored in this episode. I don't remember seeing many. Who was it? Mane. It was a good bullet header from Atom at the far post, though. Fair play. That's not good enough. Well, it's 1-1 now, isn't it? It's going to be 1-1. If you're playing key highlights, the opposition don't need many chances. Got to get the ball off them. It means the press is not working. They're finding it extremely easy to pass around the press. I knew that was coming. Absolutely knew that was coming, because as soon as they had the ball, because the key highlights, you just don't want the opposition having a highlight. Oh, well, whatever. I'm actually thinking of watching TV while this is going on. So I'm guessing that my assistant is right, that the low block is what I should have done. Should have listened to him, but I'm just so confused now. Because, see? Now it started on my strikers. This is unreal. I've already got one of them injured. So now Morstadt's the only one left. This is unreal. Well, I mean, I don't want to get through to the final now because my entire first team is injured. So what would be the point? Just what would be the point? I just hope that Forest don't get any more highlights and we get all the highlights. Because if they get highlights, we're done. No, I said last night that we'd just do Ipswich tonight. I'm just getting fed up of Ipswich. And I want to get through to the end of the season. Oh, hi, James. I didn't see you there. Is that your first comment tonight, James? Yeah. I've just been distracted tonight, James. It's not very nice where you play the game and we haven't won one. Oh, another injuries. Oh, what is going on? This is just getting totally ridiculous now. Now my goalkeeper's gone. This is just getting unbelievably silly. Well, the 18-year-old is going to get his chance. No, I need to get this Ipswich save done. And whether or not I actually come back to it, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's injured my goalkeeper again now. I've got 6 already first team players out. I don't have a midfield because of injury. I'm all for making the game a little bit tricky, but when you make it downright stupid, a level that can be labelled absolutely stupid level, then it kind of makes me think I don't want to play this. And that's not actually good in terms of marketing, because it just kind of makes me feel like, why would I want to buy this game when what it's doing at the moment is an absolutely stupid thing. So it's not very good in terms of marketing. I'm not saying the game's like this all the time, but this Ipswich save just reminds me so much of the Notts County save that we did, where for 3 seasons we were brilliant. We absolutely won everything. We got 2 championships back to back. We finished in 7th, I think it was. No, 8th in the championship in our 3rd season, looking for promotion in the following one to the Prem. And then just everything fell apart from there. And whatever club I went to, everything fell apart. So it's like a mirror, because 3 seasons everything was brilliant, and now it's all fallen apart for season 4 and 5, and now we can't score goals again. I have no idea we're still in the game, and I guess you could say we've been the better team marginally. Couldn't hit a barn door if it fell on us. But as soon as I saw they were going to get a highlight, I knew they were going to score. And that's the problem with key highlights. It just you can have 10 highlights and not score, but as soon as they get a highlight, they will score. So you don't want to see the opposition having a highlight when you're in key highlights. See, that's not good, especially that, because if your winger loses the ball on the right-hand side like that, it usually results in a goal for the opposition. So that's not a good sign. Almost. I've seen that happen so many times. Your winger on the right side loses the ball and they score from it. But we got lucky there, I guess. Let's go positive. Let's try and win this game. Oh, are you going to take it to a replay, FM? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Because you're not going to let me score, are you? And we've had all the game. It's back to normal now, isn't it? We are much the better team. We've had all the match, most of the shots. It's back to normal where we're beating teams but can't win. I don't think I've got any subs, have I? Mane's tired. He's had a good game though, but we'll put Garosabal in here. Put him on as a support wing back. That's what he likes. You're going to have to go on because I don't have a left back. I do have Finkgraf, don't I? João Gomez. He's the only one. He's sitting there waiting for his chance. Makengo can come on exhausted. Marin, I knew he'd be poor, but I haven't got anybody. Oh, Grenback can actually do the job, can't he? I can't make any more subs anyway. That's it then. Does it actually go to a replay? Or do you get penalties at this stage straight away? Just trying to work out what the game is doing. It's very pretty, but there's no way he's going to score. Lovely bit of passing. Yeah, I know. FM keeps doing that to me. Statistics show we are in control of the match. It keeps doing that to me. And that's it. Like, ha, 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 ha. Every game you're in control of the match, and we're not letting you win it, though. I think it's doing that. Ha, 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 ha. You're in control of the match again. But you're not winning it. It's just been annihilation, really. Just with a lack of goals. What if I click demand more? We haven't done that in a while. But all they seem to get is bollockings, this team. But I can't say well done if they've just lost. And that's all they do is lose. Oh, it's Marin as well. Yeah, of course it was. Now I've got a problem because I got to hold on to this now. Do I try to close the game on 80 minutes or do I just keep doing what we're doing? And FM, I really don't want to be in a final. If you're just going to do what Arsenal did and make me lose 5-1, I really would have preferred not to be there. But it is what it is. The final of the under-21s. I've no idea it was on, James. Search for the time, James, because what day is it tomorrow? It's Saturday. I need something to do tomorrow. That'd be cool. Who's in the final anyway? Who is it actually in the final? £8. Oh, that'd be cool for the evening. Do we know? Yeah, was it England and Germany? Oh, the old enemies. I should be jumping up and down now, shouldn't I? Yeah, we're in the final. But I just can't get excited with this save. I can't. Maybe if we win the final, I'll get excited. But there's really nothing to get excited about here. Yep, we're in the... Oh, they're not out of it yet. I thought FM was going to do the dirty on me then for a minute. I'd rather them than the French. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's good to have a good old rivalry in a final like that, James. I think it'd be... hopefully be a good game as well then. Oh, do I really want to say that? You deserve it. You deserve being strung up by a Buster Browns. That's what you deserve. All of them. Now that injury, my goalkeeper injured. It's just getting very, very silly. Winkle is out for 5 weeks now. Another injury. That's it. That is pretty much 7 of my first team gone. No, nobody's getting a rest because like there'll be another one gone. Oh, right. Okay, enough of this nonsense for one night. I think on Sunday I will come back and finish the season because I think we're nearly there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. We can finish that on Sunday and then I'm done. It's like, I've had enough for this season. And the horrible thing about this game is that it's got us stuck here. It is not going to allow these teams to win while we are losing. And that really makes me sad as well, because why should they have to lose just because we're pathetic? And every time we lose, they lose. And every time we get a draw, then they get a draw or a win. And it's becoming a little silly, to be honest. We're probably going to win the final. What are you talking about, Cadbury? Turn it around. This team is good enough to win the final. Probably something stupid like that will happen. It's Manchester United. And something stupid like that will happen is we'll win the final and we'll have to play in Europe again next season. Just because we can't play in 2 competitions at the same time. So something stupid like that will happen. We haven't exactly got the best run-in of the season. We got Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal as our last 3 games. So I hope we're going to get something out of Southampton and Brighton, although I don't feel very optimistic. What I'd really like to do is click go on holiday and just let the game do what the game wants to do. You did decently well, and we were dreadful. Oh, James, absolutely dreadful. As per normal. And I don't give us any hope against Southampton. We got Southampton first, who are 19th. And I think Brighton are in 20th, are they? This is like... No, Brighton have moved up to 16th. And then we've got Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester City to finish. And then Man United in the final. God help me. Okay, so I will come back on Sunday, providing I'm still alive. I'll come back on Sunday and finish this season, because it has been so painful, and it will be so good to get it over. And who knows, we might win the cup final. You never know. Something stupid might happen at the end. So thanks for coming, guys. Really appreciate it. And a big shout out to the Marsh family once again for letting me use the video at the beginning of in the intro. And I would love it, guys, if you popped over to have a look at some of the videos that the Marsh family do. They are a very talented, creative family of people, and they do political parodies, and some of them are very, very funny. Some of the Trump ones are very, very funny. And thank you very much to them for allowing me to use the Gaza song in my intro. I will be going back to a normal intro from this point on. I've had my say now, and I think you guys know where I stand on what's happening in the world today. Thank you for coming, and hopefully I will see you guys on Sunday. Take care, be safe, and have a good day, tomorrow, have a great weekend, and see you on Sunday. Take care, guys.